And it's your boy K-Blao Hood X with another video for y'all. I'm loving the feedback I'm getting from everybody on my channel. I literally just woke up because I just had this dream. And I was like, holy shit, I gotta put this on the video. Because I had a dream about the comments in my video, believe it or not. The comments that y'all was leaving. You know what I'm saying? And I had a dream that I was just scrolling through my feed, reading y'all comments, and it had said something to the effect of, one of the comments had said something to the effect was like, all your videos are so negative and you just focus on the negative, and why are you such a negative person? And mind you, this is my dream. This is my dream talking to me, asking myself, so I'm really asking myself this, like, why are my videos so negative? And like, but this is coming from the feedback that I'm also getting in the comments, because these are the type of things that people say, like when I show them their videos, especially water science, obviously, because, I'm real hard on the water science. So they just kind of see me as being a negative person. And I was like, I'm not a negative person. Like, most of the people I'm around don't even know that I even know this shit. Like, I only record these videos when, like, I got a thought running through my mind, or like I just literally went through, an experience from whoever I'm talking about. Like, so if I do a why I hate Pisces video, like 9 times out of 10 I just got into it with a Pisces. When I did the why I hate Virgos video, like, not like I just got into it with a Virgo, but like, the information builds. Like right now I'm working on why I hate Sagittarius, so I've been working on this for about maybe like 2 months now, you know what I'm saying, taking notes, just observing Sagittarius. But like right now I'm actually not interacting with a lot of Sagittarius people, so that's why it's taking the video so long. Like, you see what I'm saying? So like, a lot of my experiences come from real life situations of me dealing with these people, as well as like me going back and researching it and seeing what the research says and then giving my interpretation. You see what I'm saying? So like, when I was reading these comments and it was saying, man, you're such a negative person, I was like, I'm not being negative. You're being negative. And like, in that, like, I'm not, by the time you watch this video, I'm off doing some whole other shit. Like, this is just one moment in time. Like Jay-Z said, this is just a moment in time of something I'm going through right now. Like, and this is how I release that energy. I express it through, I'm an air sign, so I express it through these videos. Like, I'm not being negative at all. I'm Aquarius. Aquarius are fixed. You have to understand what it means to be a fixed sign. Like Leos, Tauruses, Aquariuses, and Scorpios. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times the way we approach conversation is fixed, meaning that, like, to you, it might sound negative. You see what I'm saying? But it's not negative. It's just fixed. This is somebody who knows what they're talking about. This is somebody who's seen things that you haven't seen, who understands certain things that you may not understand. Like, this is how a lot of times I'm able to tell if somebody is fixed, because I'm fixed. You see what I'm saying? And it's like the way we approach the conversation, to the next person it might sound negative, but to somebody who's fixed, they're gonna hear the virtue in what they, in what this person is saying. So like, like if I'm sitting back listening to the story of a Leo, like I had a lot of Leos, they fixed. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll come out and say stuff like, oh man, I was out having a good time, but my boy, you know what I'm saying, and we was drinking, and this dude got so drunk, and all of a sudden, this motherfucker started talking shit about my girl, type shit. So we got into it. You know what I'm saying? And I had to whoop his ass. You see what I'm saying? And he's like, man, I hate motherfuckers. I hate hanging out with motherfuckers who can't hold their liquor. You see what I'm saying? So like, you know what I'm saying? Me, I might look at this like, damn, that's fucked up. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's a negative story. You see what I'm saying? Like, we out hanging. It's a million stories you could tell somebody. Why would you tell such a negative story? You see what I'm saying? But like, to somebody like me, Aquarius, I'm gonna hear the virtue in what he's telling me. Basically, like, hey nigga, we out drinking. You better not get too drunk and can't hold your liquor and do some stupid shit. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna hear the virtue in what he's saying. It's just, it came out in a way that's fixed. Like, you see what I'm saying? So like me back in the day, I used to see that as egotistical, and that like everything was about them. It was self-centered. But what you start to see is that now what he's doing is showing you a real life experience, and he's hoping that you pick up the virtue in what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? It's not negative. It's a real life situation. You know what I'm saying? And like, I watch a lot of preachers too. Like, believe it or not, I go to church. I watch a lot of the way pastors deliver their sermon. Like, if you watch my page, and then you go watch, like, K-Blao. or like, you know, one of them pastors' pages, you're gonna see it's a totally different energy. And then my energy is like, it's in your face. It's like, look, this is what it is. You go to church, a lot of pastors and stuff like that, they put a certain spin on it that's like, it's more, it's less fixed. Meaning that there's more room for your mind to entertain the possibility of how you see yourself in this picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just about a lot of psychic videos, and that, like, I watch videos of people reading the cards and stuff like that. And sometimes it be dead on, and sometimes it don't. Like, sometimes, you know, it is abstract, but it's concrete at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So that don't necessarily mean, though, that, like, how do I explain this? Like, when I go through tarot, the reason I like tarot cards, the reason I like comedics is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the meaning of each, like numerology. The reason I like these is because it's more practical, it's more concrete. You know what I'm saying? It's like 1 means 1, 2 means 2, 3 means 3. You know what I'm saying? When you go to church, you see what I'm saying? Or when you listen to like a more mutable conversation, you know what I'm saying? It's more like the way they approach the conversation is less fixed. It's like, well, it's a possibility of this, it's a possibility of that. We can do it this way, we can do it that way. Like, fixed people like, no, 1 means 1, 2 means 2, 3 means 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why a lot of people, a lot of see me as negative, and they're like, the things that I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? To them, they're like, oh, well, why don't you put out a video on why I love the signs? You see what I'm saying? The reason I don't do this is because fixed people would, for the most part, what I've dealt with, like, most fixed people would rather hear the information given like that. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's like, this is what it is. Like, not necessarily what it might be or what the possibility of it. Like, this is what the fuck it is. Like, get in when you fit in. No, it may not be 100%, but it's like, you see what I'm saying? Yes, I'm just generalizing for the sake of the medium. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this is not water. This is air. This is earth. This is virtues. These are, you see what I'm saying, fixed in their ways. I can't come to you and tell you one, like, you know what I'm saying? You got certain people out here tell you the earth is flat. You know what I'm saying? People out here tell you 1 + 1 = 3. Shit like that. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, this the type of shit that, you know, you hear this shit all the time. Like, what's going to happen is that in my comments, it's going to be a whole fucking section of people arguing over 1 + 1 = 3 type shit. Like, you see what I'm saying? I'm the type of person like, no, motherfucker, 1 + 1 = 2. And, like, to them, they don't see, like, how that's going to create an energy dynamic. Well, later on, they're going to be like, man, you're a negative person. Like, no, I'm not negative. I'm just fixed. Like, I know 1 + 1 = 2. Like, I'm not going to, like, man, you got to understand, too, like, when Albert Einstein came up with string theory, you know what I'm saying? If you don't understand string theory, I highly suggest you look it up. You can start with a video called Imagining the 10th Dimension. It's a video completely changed my life. It's about an 11-minute video. It's called Imagining the 10th Dimension. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of speaking about string theory. But, you know what I'm saying? When Albert Einstein came up with string theory, he was talking about different dimensions. 1 dimension, 2 dimension, 3 dimension. And it led up, like, to the 10th dimension. It was scientists that was out that was like, man, all that shit is BS because, like, we only live in the 3rd, maybe 4th dimension. So, like, why do I need to know about the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th dimension? These are, like, it's not practical. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people disagree with him. They were like, well, we don't need to know all of that shit. You see what I'm saying? You get to say, and that's kind of how I, like, even though I follow string theory, I still balance this notion with the other thought of fixed energy, which is like, man, why do I need to know all that shit? Like, you see what I'm saying? I don't need to necessarily know, even though I do know, you see what I'm saying? You still need that left brain. You still need that, like this is why logic often gets a bad rep. In that, like, it's easy to say you're being hard on someone when you holding them accountable. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like I'm the type of person that I need clarity. I need to be clear. I'm not the type of person to say, okay, we're just gonna agree to disagree. It's like, no, because we still need practicality. We still need to move forward with a decision. You know what I'm saying? Like I said in my other video, you know, a black dude and a white dude get cancer. The white dude got a 53% more chance of living than the black guy. But the doctor's still gonna give, they're not gonna change the medicine. They're not gonna say, okay, get a black guy this medicine, get a white guy this medicine. No, they're gonna give both of them the same medicine, even though they know that there's more of a chance that one of them is gonna survive than the other. Now, if the black guy reacts to this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy for you to say, oh, well, the black guy's just being negative. Just put your trust and faith in it. It's like, no, these are real statistics. This is real shit. You see what I'm saying? I need some type of intervention. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's easy to say, well, he's just being negative. You see what I'm saying? This is why, like, when you go to a lot of, like, when you go to church and you start asking real life questions, like, well, how is it possible that Jesus could walk on water? How is it that he died and resurrected from the grave? They just want you to say, well, you know, just believe, just have faith. Like, oh, they'll say you lack faith. You see what I'm saying? It's not me lacking faith. You see what I'm saying? You still need the left brain. We still live in a real world. You see what I'm saying? This is natural questions that people would naturally ask. It's not a person being negative. You see what I'm saying? So when people who follow my page, you know, I had this dream. I was, you know, people was reading my comments and they were like, let me get this off my page. They were like, man, why is he being so negative? And it's like, no, it's not being negative. You don't understand my element. You don't understand there's people out here who need information delivered this way and that they can understand the comedy in what I'm saying. Like, some people watch my videos and laugh they fucking ass off. By you, I be dead serious in the video. Like, I'm telling you dead real shit, but like, the reason it seemed negative is because you're being negative. You got people who watch my page and will laugh at the same point that I'm making that other people will get offended by. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I say some shit like, you know, water sign people are fucking crybabies. You see what I'm saying? Now, a water sign person might be like, oh, he's a negative person. But if you dating a water sign and you understand what I'm saying, you're going to be laughing your ass off. Like, you see what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people come on my page and be like, man, this is all bullshit. I'll be like, oh, yeah, well, show this video to your spouse and see if it's bullshit then. You see what I'm saying? Because you're being negative. People understand. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand, just because you don't understand the information of what I'm saying, that don't mean that the next motherfucker do. It's people that already, like, transcended they negative traits. Like me, I'm an Aquarius. Aquarius got hella negative traits. Like, you see what I'm saying? But when I go watch other negative videos on negative traits about Aquarius, I'm not sitting there being offended. I can laugh at it. Like, damn, like, I do be doing that. Like, you see what I'm saying? And I see this in the comments. Like, you got people who come on my page and laugh at themselves. They be like, damn, I ain't even know I was like this. This is funny as hell. Thanks a lot for showing me this. I can see that this is somebody who understands it. Like, no, I'm not being a negative person. Like, they just needed to hear the information this way. Like, you know what I'm saying? And this is why Aquarius, a lot of Aquarius act the way that they act, is that there's no filter there. A lot of Aquariuses who don't know that they're fixed and they don't know why they behave in this way. This is why you dealing with, you know, if you dealing with an Aquarius who just constantly just, like, you look at them as a negative person, they just fucked up and shit like that, it's because that they don't know that they're built this way, and nobody's ever came along and told them, like, well, you're the type of person that needs to hear information a certain way. Like, you need to hear it raw. You need to hear it in your face. It's like going to a comedy roast. And, like, they get up here and roast the guy sitting in the chair. To him, it's difficult to sit through. I mean, it may be difficult to sit through, you know what I'm saying? But, like, when the experience is done and he goes back and looks at it, he's going to be able to understand. He's going to see himself in a whole different way. You see what I'm saying? He's able to transcend all of his lower traits. You know what I'm saying? This is not negative. Like, some people watch a roast and they'll see it as negative. It's like, bro, it's a roast. This is what people do. There's people out here who like this type of shit. Like, what you're doing is being negative. Like it's the same type of energy when you go to church and they say, stand up, sit down, sing, pray, get up, sing. And, like, you see the people who kind of stiff and they like, man, what is this? I don't like this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're going to look at them like they're negative. Well, if you go to a roast and people are roasting, or if you come on my page and I'm roasting the signs and you're saying, oh, well, he's being a negative person. No, guess what? You're being negative, because this is this type of energy that this is. You see what I'm saying? I'm not a negative person. You see what I'm saying? The purpose of this page, the purpose of this energy that I'm putting through this page is not negative energy. You see what I'm saying? There are people, believe it or not, there are people out here who understand what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? And once you overstand it, it becomes comedy. You see what I'm saying? This is why, like, motherfuckers like, what's his name? Kevin Hart say, laugh at my pain. You see what I'm saying? Because that's the same type of dynamic of this page. You have to understand this when you watch my videos. Is that, like, if you can't laugh at your pain, you see what I'm saying? That don't make me a negative person. You see what I'm saying? This is where some of the best comedy comes from. Some of the best comedy comes from the darkest places. You see what I'm saying? I discussed this on my Cancerverse video. You see what I'm saying? This is why a lot of cancer's sense of humor is kind of dark in a sense. That like somebody had said this in one of my comments. They had said that it's like cancers are funny because they what did it say? It said cancers are funny because their observation of comedy is based on human nature and human failure, like basic human nature and things that you can't fix. Like, this is something I'm constantly going through over and over again. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is the pulp of my page, talking about, you know what I'm saying, things that people, you know, bad habits that people can't break and they don't know because it's based on their zodiac sign or based on their nature. You see what I'm saying? This is the essence of my page. You see what I'm saying? So once you overstand these things, it becomes funny. You be like, damn, I used to do that shit. You see what I'm saying? If you are not overstanding these, then you're just going to see me, the guy with the braids who was sitting on that page. You're going to see a guy right sitting there talking shit. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, like, people come on page all the time, like, hey, well, maybe you should, you know, wonder why you got all these people around you, or maybe you should focus on your own negative traits and shit like that. It's like, man, little do you know, you know how many videos I've watched on negative Aquarius traits? You know what I'm saying? I'm actually, believe it or not, like, that video is coming. You see what I'm saying? And like, as I'm taking in all this information, you know what I'm saying, I am fully aware of my lower traits, and I'm able to laugh at them. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm able to put out a video talking about my lower traits. You see what I'm saying? You cannot expect, you see what I'm saying, everybody to get it off real. Like, some people just land, like, when people first land my Why I Hate Pisces, but most people find my Why I Hate Pisces video first. You see what I'm saying? More than any other video. And when people land on that video, they're so shocked that I'm saying what I'm saying that they don't understand that, like, that video was like 3-4 years, you know, almost like 3, maybe 4 years ago. You see what I'm saying? I am not even doing that. I'm in a whole nother, this is years ago. You see what I'm saying? This is a moment in time. You see what I'm saying? But in their mind, like, I am walking around saying this, you know, because as the video lands on you, they thinking that, like, I'm still this person. It's like, bro, that was like 3-4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That whole energy was fucking years ago. So I am not a negative person. Every day I wake up, you're not the same person you were yesterday. You wake up, it's a new day every day. You see what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. I'm in a whole nother life. It's a whole new day. You see what I'm saying? So once you watch all of my videos, you see what I'm saying? Most people, like, people who subscribe to my channel and watch all of my videos, they know that, like, I'm not a negative person at all. I'm not an egotistical person at all. You see what I'm saying? The information I'm sharing is designed to help people. You know what I'm saying? So I want to put out like a public service announcement to let people know that, like, there is no negativity on my page. You see what I'm saying? It takes a certain mind to understand what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? So people get, like I said, people get negative at church. People go to church and get, quote unquote, what you call negative. Just, they not feeling that energy. Great. Just because you're not feeling my energy don't make me a negative person. It's just a fixed energy. All right? So subscribe to my channel. You see what I'm saying? If you want to rock with me. If you don't, cool. So I don't, whatever. You see what I'm saying? Sign up for X.com, like my page. Yeah, Why I Hate Sagittarius coming still. You see what I'm saying? Any requests you want to hear me talk about, make sure you leave it in the comments. You see what I'm saying? And I'll get at you. Peace.